And begin by just noticing all the places where you are making contact with the floor. So notice your feet. Notice your hips. Notice where your back is touching the floor, your shoulders, your arms, and hands. The back of your head. And then notice the part of your body that's facing upward as well. Might feel air on your skin or your clothing touching your skin. And then begin to turn your senses inward. So in yoga, this is actually one of the 8 limbs of yoga. It's called pratyahara, is the Sanskrit. It means drawing one's senses inward. And it's paying attention to what's going on internally for you, both physically, like for example, your breath, what your heart rate feels like, or if you can sense anything else, like your blood pressure. Sometimes people can tell when their blood pressure is low or high. Any sensations internally. And then also a tuning into what's happening internally, mentally and emotionally. And doing so observationally, right? So not judging, just noticing. And then you could begin to widen your inhale, coming into your umbrella breath as you're ready. Feeling those lower ribs expand 3-dimensionally. And then lengthen your exhale. You could use pursed lips if you'd like. And then taking the feet and knees hips distance and just do some pelvic rocks. So as you inhale, pressing the low back down to the floor, and as you exhale, rocking the pelvis forward and repeating. And you might find, that you were already pressing your low back down to the floor, tucking your pelvis. So just kind of noticing that, noticing the range. And then can you come into more of a neutral place? So you've got some space between your low back and the floor. And then try that umbrella breath again. Good. And now let's inhale, take the arms out to a T. And you've got 2 choices here. You could either exhale and bring your feet off the floor and just squeeze the knees together with the feet off the floor. This will make it more challenging. Or you could keep your feet on the floor and squeeze the knees together. Okay, so either one. And when you're ready, As you take an inhale, we'll inhale and take the knees down to the left a little ways. And as you exhale, exhale and then bring the knees back up to center. Good. And then taking the knees down toward the right a little ways. Begin your exhale first, engage the abdominals and come to center and repeat. So what you can do to try to stay connected to your core, if you're having trouble with that, if you're not noticing your core doing this movement here, you might make the movement smaller so that you begin your exhale, you lift up from the pelvic floor and come towards center. Or you can always put your feet on the floor. That'll make it easier too, okay? Good. Now the next time you go to one side, come back up to the center and place the feet down if they're not already. And then let's widen the feet and widen the knees and slowly let the knees windshield wiper side to side, rolling over your feet. Letting your breath flow. Good. And then we'll come back up to the center again, and your arms can just come down along your sides. We'll inhale here, and as you exhale, let's draw both knees in, but without your hands holding them. So both feet off the floor. Good. And now as you take an inhale, reaching your arms overhead toward the floor above you and your legs up straight toward the ceiling. And then as you exhale, bringing the arms back down at your sides and bending the knees part way, not all the way. And then repeat. So as you inhale, arms stretch overhead, try to straighten the arms, press your low back toward the floor. And as you exhale, bring the arms down, bend the knees a little bit. And see if you can go even slower as you do this. So really controlling the motion. Let's do several more if you can. If you need to come out sooner, you can. The objective here is to feel your abdominals working. Just feeling that whole cylinder of your core cinching. Okay, next time you bring the arms down, let's set the feet on the floor and just open up the knees, bringing the soles of your feet towards one another, like a reclined butterfly pose. Take a couple of breaths there. You might even place your hands on your belly or one hand on your low ribs and one hand on your belly button. And taking an inhale, feel in this area expand. And a long exhale. And again. Good. And then as you take your next exhale, just bringing your knees up to the center. And you can either draw your knees in towards your belly and rock yourself up, or you can roll to your side and press yourself up. We're going to come onto hands and knees here into a tabletop position. You can always pad your knees if you'd like. And just get your wrists below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. And as you take an inhale, let's inhale and come into cow pose, tail up, chest forward. And then as you exhale, round the spine. And repeat. Good. Next time you pass through the center is finding neutral here. Good. And then inhale, protract the shoulder blades. So widen those shoulder blades without rounding your spine. Good. And then as you exhale, just take the right leg back with the toes on the floor. Good. Now just pausing here, noticing how you might feel a little more strength through your right shoulder and through your left hip, and try to turn the right hip to face the floor. Good. Try to keep it like that. And as you inhale, again, protract the shoulder blades and just try to lift the leg a little bit off the floor. And exhale, tap those toes down and repeat. Try to relax through your jaw and your neck. Good, you guys, just trying to keep that leg straight. Good. Now, next time you come down with the foot, let's bend the knee, bring it in, and we'll come down onto our forearms. Just going to relax the neck as you inhale, turn the palms up toward the ceiling, trying to get the backs of the thumbs down toward the floor, and exhale, turn the palms back down, and then repeat. Good. Now the next time your palms are up, we'll try to make a fist with the hands, scrunch it in tight, and then lifting up off the floor with just the hands. So pressing the backs of the wrists down, and then inhale, spread the backs of the hands back out and the thumbs as well. And then exhale, fist and lift. Relaxing your neck, a couple more. Good. Now the next time you open up your hands, let's place the palms back down on the floor and rise back up onto hands and knees here. I'm going to inhale, protract the shoulder blades, and exhale, reach the left leg back with your toes on the floor. Good. Inhale, protract those shoulder blades again, noticing how you're getting heavy through that left arm and shoulder and right hip. Good. And then when you're ready, on the next inhale, lifting the leg, and exhale, lowering it, and repeat. Good. The next time you come down, you can widen your knees and bring your big toes towards one another. Just try to sit back towards your heels. And if you're seated in the chair, you know what you could always do here is just sit in the chair and fold forward over your legs, like a chair, child's pose. You can also put something, as you saw me do, just slipped a prop beneath my hips so my knees won't bend as much. And then take a couple of breaths there. As you inhale, can you feel your breath expanding your back? Long exhale. Good. And now slowly you can come